SleepyCabin Podcast.
There is a world as tangible as our own.
That's bullshit.
Impossible to see and
Alright.
to sense. A world enveloped by a seemingly unending ocean of forests. Buried deep in that forest
is Captain Dickhead.
That I pissed my pants. That I...
Would you
neatly within a blanket of twilight lies a quaint little cabin. And in that cabin
is a bunch of guys who's a bunch of bullshitters.
Hello! Thanks for watching my video. SleepyCabin.com is a website that was created by a couple of fucking degenerate muggle whiteys privileged. The people behind the website are all considered talented artists and animators. They were well known for their cartoons, voiceover work, live action videos, and getting their start on Newgrounds.com and YouTube. They've been putting cartoons and animations and funny, cool shit online for years. But the problem was, animation is very time consuming. You had to write it, you had to animate it frame by frame, draw all the backgrounds, get the voice acting work, edit the audio, and moms or dad, like your sister, cut off your own penis. When you're working as an animator on the internet, going a week or a month without uploading anything to YouTube or Twitter or whatever is like going 10 years without talking to your fan base in internet time. If you were a fan of any of these guys and you knew anything about animation, you expected long wait times. But no matter how obvious it might have seemed, there were always dumb people on the internet that would whine and complain that their free content was taking too long to produce.
You just don't get it, do you?
No.
So since all of these guys had pre-established fan bases of their own and they collaborated on projects a lot, it seemed like a good idea for them to start their own website that was basically a production studio collaboration type deal where they could all work together and pump out content regularly for their online viewing audience in the form of animated cartoons, live action videos, porn, or a weekly podcast. And when the website was started, a lot of these guys were already friends, so it seemed natural to work together. Unfortunately, though, these people were involved with their own artistic endeavors and busy with their own work, so they didn't have a lot of time to devote to spreadassholes.com.
Oh, hey, man, I was just doing some work.
There were still updates to the website. We got the cartoons and content that we were promised, but it was less frequent than the Sleepy Cabin members would have hoped. Because of this, they were looking for a form of content they could produce fairly easily and upload to the internet relatively regularly. And one type of content that could be put out quickly was a podcast. Help me. And thus, the Sleepy Cabin Podcast was born, gooey and dripping with afterbirth.
The Sleepy Cabin Podcast, also known as SleepyCast. My name is Captain Dickhead.
The podcast started as a form of content that they could put out fairly regularly because it was simple. But it was so beloved and so funny that it quickly became the thing that they were known for, and everyone, all of their fans, were constantly demanding more episodes of the podcast. The content of the podcast wasn't really anything new. It was essentially just the Sleepy Cabin crew sitting around and shooting the shit, talking about whatever.
Welcome to the SleepyCabin Podcast, aka SleepyCast.
Step, what would you do in the event of a nuclear war?
You must fuck me.
Would you fuck a crab, Jeff?
Would you fucking crab to save your daughter?
This one time I went to the lake and I pissed my pants and somebody threw a rock at me then.
Oh, I like cooking. I like cooking.
What if you woke up in the middle of the night and you looked over and you saw an alien in your room, but he was just fucking with your shit, like turning off your alarm so you woke up late?
Where's the cancer? Where is it?
What else happened on this magical adventure through the Chronicles of Narnia?
My dad started being disappointed in me for the rest of my life.
There's no Dunkin' Donuts?
There's no Dunkin' Donuts.
It's medieval times, dummy.
Like a whackery. You fucking
bitch. You got like,
here's my
9...
I'm just so tired of you, Mick.
Sorry.
Mick wakes up, he's shaking in his bed. His cock is limp with his dry jizz. I must have passed out. Whoops. The end.
This is a pretty bleak podcast.
I saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. I'm demanding without understanding.
And I, like a lot of people, fucking love the podcast. The Sleepy Cabin podcast was a lot like a blind person driving a semi-truck on the highway. It just sort of went in whatever direction it wanted to go. Topics of conversation on the podcast were very ranged and could be anywhere from life advice to discussion of animation to video games to movies, interesting stories, anything you could think of, muffins, and they frequently had guests on the podcast, and the guests were usually just their other friends that they said, hey, we think you'd make for an interesting conversation. So they had a lot of guests. They talked about a lot of stuff, they answered a lot of questions, and most importantly, they said a lot of curse words. I think the thing that drove the podcast, though, was just the personalities of these guys and how interesting they were and the nice things that they had to say.
Do it! Some dirty guy throws brown cinnamon into some stupid fucking dump.
The fact that everyone on it was already friends helped the chemistry of the podcast a lot and kept it really, really funny and really entertaining. Even if it was forced or contrived, it never came across that way. The guys on the podcast didn't really censor themselves, talked about whatever they want, and it never really came across like they were trying too hard to impress anyone, which made it really cool. Especially when you consider that most podcasts sounded like this. Honestly, the reason that I listened to the podcast was because of the personalities behind it.
The members of Sleepy Cabin. I lick my own anus because my tongue feels just like a slug, and it's always been my fantasy to have a slug consensually insert itself into my butthole.
The first member of the Sleepy Cabin crew that I want to talk about is Stamper, aka Stamper TV, aka the cute one. This is Stamper.
Everything is good when you got your camera phone. Everything is good when you got your camera on you. You could film people as they're walking by. Look at all these juicy children.
And this is what Stamper's known for.
Eat the pancakes!
Careful not to get doo-doo on your finger.
Well, that sounds like your problem, nigga. What? Megatron?
So I'd stay on my toes if I were you. Bang!
I'm starting with Stamper because I think he was the guy who originally came up with the concept for Sleepy Cabin. I haven't bothered looking into this. Maybe he confirmed it. I don't know. But hey, if I'm wrong, Stamper, you can always come to my house and spank me. Stamper was one of the guys who sort of kept everything afloat and tried to keep shit on track. Sometimes on the podcast, he can be the voice of reason, and sometimes he can be the voice of shut the fuck up.
Cory, shut up! Jeff, continue, please!
You could call him one of the dads of Sleepy Cabin.
Dad!
He also has a silky, smooth voice that I swear to God makes love to my ears every time I hear it.
Yeah, well, welcome to the land of milk and honey, pig!
It makes me come. Unfortunately, after the first season of the Sleepy Cabin podcast, Stamper decided that he wasn't going to be directly involved with Sleepy Cabin anymore, which is fine. He still showed up in podcasts and videos, and it's not like he went anywhere. He was still doing stuff and making content for people. He's a little bitch.
Fuck you then! Shit! Shit!
Hey, how you doing? Let's hang out!
This is Mick, aka Rice Pirate, aka Chinko Stinko. Mick is Chinese. Mick is known for stuff like this.
Rice Pirate!
What an asshole.
Stop it, your butt stinks!
But that's it.
Look at my teeth. Is this what it looked like?
The first thing I want to say about Mick is that he actually provides the voice for the intro to SleepyCast.
There is a world as tangible as our own, impossible to see yet unavoidable to say.
That's pretty cool. Like Stamper and Jeff, Mick is one of the older, more mature members of Sleepy Cabin.
I look old!
He's 67 years old, and because of that, much like Stamper, I consider him one of the people who keep things running, sort of another dad of everyone. But I think saying he's like the dad of Sleepy Cabin is a good description. He tries to keep shit on track, and he's usually the one talking about organizing stuff and running the Sleepy Cabin Patreon or Twitter page. And he got a tattoo of the Sleepy Cabin logo on his arm. That's pretty sweet. Mick is usually well-spoken and has an interesting perspective on things, even if he's shit-faced drunk, which, let me tell you, Mick is really, really funny when he's shit-faced drunk.
I taught myself when I was 12 by pausing through VHS with I didn't even have a remote. So you can learn yourself. You don't have to go to school, man.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to, but if you really want to.
Oh, there's people standing. Are you guys coming in?
Stop it.
Goodbye!
I'm just so tired of you, Mick.
Sorry.
I'm so fucking tired of you.
What?
I'm Johnny Utah. Hello.
This is Jeff, a.k.a. Johnny Utah, a.k.a. Captain Faggot.
Why do I care about this talentless cunt that should be working at McDonald's? I don't care.
This is what Jeff is known for.
A mega dick.
No homo. What? Let's just pin it on the chinky at the laundromat. Case closed. How about you? I call you.
And if Stamper and Mick are like the two gay dads of Sleepy Cabin, I would definitely describe Jeff as the sort of grandpa of Sleepy Cabin, in the sense that Jeff just sort of is who he is unapologetically.
Fuck you.
And also, maybe this is just me, but I think Jeff's laugh sounds like the kind of laugh that an old man would have, and it's great. Jeff usually stays pretty calm, but there are moments when he reaches his threshold.
Fuck you.
In fact, sometimes it feels like the Sleepy Cabin podcast only exists to annoy Jeff.
Would you just shut the fuck up? Just shut the fuck up!
Also, of all the Sleepy Cabin members, I feel like Jeff is the one who is most likely to not enjoy a video like the one I'm making right now. Jeff's been a part of Sleepy Cabin since it started. He's a regular on the podcast, and even though he's not officially a member of Sleepy Cabin, you couldn't imagine the website or the podcast without him.
Next topic!
Hi, I'm Jeff from Sleepy Cabin, and I have a special message for you today. 93% of Sleepy Cabin fans suffer from severe, debilitating autism.
Put it in your mouth, don't you put it in your mouth, don't you stuff it in your face, don't stuff it in your face.
This little piggy went to the market, and its name is Niall, aka Cryburger, aka Dr. Tinder Bushbaby Gollum, fuckable hobo. This is Niall.
The user, Harry, left me a mean comment. He said, "Wow, you're bad at make game video." I feel like this is the highest level of bullying.
Niall is... Irish. And this is what Niall's known for. Gay. I would describe him as kind of spacey, but when he has something to say, it's usually pretty hilarious, whether it's intentionally hilarious or unintentionally hilarious.
Your stories are so all over the place.
But if you let me finish my story, it would be all over the fucking place.
Fuckable hobo. Sometimes, though, he is treated a little bit like the punching bag of the Sleepy Cabin guys.
We are working on finding our next podcast editors. Niall will still be a part of the process for the podcast.
You got fired.
I did not.
Fired.
I got graduated. I fucking graduated.
But you know what they say, if you can get punched, I've got a hunch.
I sold my soul to the Dark Lord Satan himself.
Fucked like, seriously, 50,000 dudes.
It sounds... What the hell, Niall?
This just in! This is fucking Egoraptor style!
I need your money to kill babies by abortion.
This is Cory, also known as Spaz Kid in 3D, and also known as the Human Fever Dream, or Memester McGee.
You're gay.
This is Cory.
Cobblestone generator? I don't know how to do that. Could someone please send me a video? Hold on. I seem to be swallowing my mic. Sorry. That was probably loud. Anyways. Build a cobblestone generator?
This is what Cory's known for.
I know you too well to like you anymore.
You, taxpayer, give me your money to pay.
No! I don't believe in abortion!
I think all of the members of Sleepy Cabin could be described as silly.
Give me money to kill babies!
But if I had to pick one person that was the silly one, that would definitely be Cory.
Let's play President Cory, okay? You have to interviews, okay?
Yeah.
So, Mr. Cory, or President Cory, that is, you're running for re-election. What is your policy on Israel?
They're the ones that they wear this stuff and show their ankles, right?
Pardon me, sir?
It feels like Cory almost has his own language. Frequently, other members of the website look at him and say, Cory, what the fuck are you talking about?
So go on Sleepy Cabin forums and submit your thing.
Yeah.
You got Audacity, you got a $15 Walmart mic.
Yeah. It's nothing to do with it.
But at the end of the day, he has a really unique perspective that is easy to appreciate.
I like Zach.
Kill that woman's baby!
This is Chris, also known as Oni, also known as OniNG, also known as Oney, also known as OneNG, also known as just Oney, or if you want to save time, you could just call him Aper Raper. This is Chris. Chris is also Irish.
Hello.
Okay. Okay.
Pony cartoons, yeah!
The thing that I like about Chris's humor is his jokes are either really soft-spoken and passive,
What are you, gay?
Yeah.
or uproariously obvious.
What are you, insane? Yes.
Also, considering what a fucking mouth-breathing moron Chris is, he's pretty good at composing music. And in fact, music that you've been hearing throughout this video has been composed by Chris.
Sing a song about Mick.
Okay, it goes. Shit. Okay, Mick is okay, so this is the Mick song. Yellow, 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 he's squinty and yellow.
And that makes me fucking hard.
You know, I thought this stream was gonna be, you know, friendly.
Jeff is a pedophile. I seen him fuck a bunch of kids.
That is not true.
Chris is also known for working on the series Hellbenders with Zach, which I guess they're trying to turn into a legit TV show, as if those guys could ever get a
Okay, bye.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z.
I'm Zach. That's what they call me. That's what they call me.
Chris, what's your name?
I'm Zach.
This is Zach, also known as Psychic Pebbles, also known as
It would be your filthy
Zach is so goddamn funny.
Cory, do you think I could break a brick with my head? I probably could, but I could still fuck you. Now come here.
Funny looking, that is.
Come on, Jesus, King of the Jews!
This is Zach.
It was okay, but it wasn't even close to as good as Garfield 2, The Tale of Two Kitties.
This was Zach's 04.
Give me the fucking code! You'll have to pry it from my cold, dead hands.
Oh, thank God, I'm alive. Yay, I'm gonna tickle you.
I can't even believe people watch this crap.
One thing Zach always does is comes up with hypothetical scenarios or versus battles that are completely ridiculous.
Who would win in a fight?
Yeah.
Here it comes.
The Terminator or Tito from Rocket Power?
It usually lends itself to funny results.
Jeff.
Yeah.
You meet a beautiful woman. She's got the big tits. She's got the big vagina. All the good packages.
Yeah.
You take her back to your place.
Yeah.
You get that hoe in bed. You know what I'm saying? You get those titties out.
Yeah.
She shows her fucking flapjack titties. You're like, all right. But then she's like, Jeff, let me eat your butthole.
Yeah.
She says that to
She
Jeff.
says that to Jeff. Jeff, what do you do?
I don't want anybody's face in my butthole.
She's like, Jeff. She pulls up her hair. It's me, your dad. You passed the test. I raised a good boy.
Definitely has his own brand of comedy.
Brought to you by water. Africans don't have it. That's why it's good. Yes.
Aside from being really good at pooping on penises, Zach is really good at pointing things out in a concise and well thought out way. To try and summarize it, Zach is as logical as he is illogical.
So why make this video? Because I'm a loser. I hate my life. Life is nothing but pain.
Why am I making this video? Why did I spend so much of my time combining footage and editing all this shit together? To put it blunt and simple, it was so I could say thank you. SleepyCabin.com is just a website. It's just a podcast and a YouTube channel. But it's not just something that I like.
Jeff! I drink my own piss. Fuck you, Stanford!
And then she asks you to fuck her, and then an egg comes out.
If you had to eat shit out of your dick, piss out of your butt,
I
would
drink
you?
Monster.
Alright. Before Sleepy Cabin was started, I just liked these guys. But now, because of Sleepy Cabin, I am a fan of all of these people. And anything they do in the future, I would love to support. I am always going to be looking forward to these guys' content because of Sleepy Cabin. I'm a fucking freak, psycho, weirdo, socially awkward prick, but, you know, I like this podcast. I like these people. I like hearing their stupid, not effort put into things. I don't know what it is, but there's something about a bunch of stupid assholes sitting around in a room just trying to be real and trying to be entertaining that just connects with me, and a lot of other people for that matter. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like Sleepy Cabin saved my life or anything, but it connected with me in a way that good entertainment should. It entertained me by making me laugh, and even more importantly, it entertained me by making me think, making me reflect on things.
First of all,
shut up!
Here's what happens for real though.
I wonder what...
At the end of a shitty day, I could always come home and listen to Sleepy Cabin.
Make a song. Let's make a song about Sleepy Cabin.
Okay, it goes like this. It goes. It's been around for a year. No work's been done. Everyone in it is lame. Especially Jeff. He is an ogre. Fuck him.
Unfortunately, SleepyCabin.com is coming to a close. At the time of this recording, I think there's 4, 5, or 6 episodes left of the Sleepy Cabin podcast, and after that, apparently the website is shutting down and the podcast is discontinuing. The members of Sleepy Cabin have said that maybe someday the podcast will continue in some form, but for now, everyone is so spread out that it's just not practical to keep doing it. And that makes sense. Of course, if they have to force things, if the Sleepy Cabin podcast became something that everyone started dreading and that no one looked forward to and they stopped having fun, then I wouldn't want them to continue it. And if Sleepy Cabin never continues ever again in any form, then I wouldn't mind, because we have a lot of great stuff and a lot of funny stuff. So at the end of the day, SleepyCabin.com was just really good entertainment that gave me and my friends something to laugh at. So for now, since Sleepy Cabin's death, I guess, is in the foreseeable future, I just wanted to make this video to say thank you to all of the people involved. Genuinely. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I made this video as a big fat ass. Thank you for the free entertainment for my stupid dumb face. And fuck you.
I will hold your balls.
What? I need to fuck your wife. What?
Yes, this is the police.
What?
Once I pissed my pants.
What?
Shut your fucking mouth! Fix the bird!
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Peter. Yeah.